Well, as temperatures rise, it's no secret that forest fires are a problem in our state. A junior at Billings Central has put in countless hours to create a method to predict and help prevent those forest fires and other disasters. Q2's Jenny Fick has his story.
FastCat is a artificial intelligence algorithm that I created that predicts how big fires will get before they occur. And that's basically beneficial because it allows departments to have resources stationed in the areas that have the highest chance to produce really extreme fires.
FastCat utilizes a neural network model. To use such a model, you have to train it. The model learns as it solves the algorithm and as more data is put into it.
The cool thing about neural networks is that they can solve basically any problem that we have data for. So with the advent of the internet, we have access to basically unlimited data.
Dylan programmed a compilation of 3 separate databases to train the network. Information including monthly moisture, vegetation, longitude, and latitude.
The current models we use are pretty archaic in that they were made in the 1980s.
One event in particular motivated his work.
When I was watching the news, the Paradise Fire, I just saw there was 85 people killed, and one of the kind of facts that was kind of chilling to me was that they had 30 minutes from when they were told to evacuate to when the fire was basically there. So the traffic just got really backed up and they were basically burned alive in their car. I was just thinking, how is it then 2018 and how are we allowing this to happen? In the future, I want to make something where for flooding, predicting flooding, tornadoes, you can basically use it to predict anything.
The model could be applied internationally and at no cost, which could benefit developing countries.
This could be instantly deployed and ran completely autonomously without any human intervention.
Dylan earned a second-place award at the State Science Fair and took first at MSUB's Regional Fair. This earned him a spot at the International Science Fair.
All of these kids from the other countries had to win actually at a national level in order to compete here. So the quality of projects there was just amazing.
1,800 kids from 80 different countries were in attendance. Dylan took third in his category and returned home inspired.
All of these motivated kids solving huge problems, these huge real-world problems, was something that gave me a lot of hope for our future, and it's just something that was really cool to see.
In Billings, Jenny Fick, MTN News.
And Jenny tells us Dylan will continue work on his program and is an independent research class with a professor at U of M next year. He hopes the Forest Service will integrate the model and also hopes to someday apply it to the healthcare field using neural networks to solve and detect diseases.